you can hear me.
There you go.
Yeah, there we go. Now we're in it. What's going on, guys? How you guys doing?
Yo, pretty good, man. How you doing?
Can I smoke while we talk?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's totally fine.
Sure. I'm doing great, man.
Word.
Doing great.
Yo, really glad to have you on. So let me introduce the podcast real quick. Let me introduce you real quick. Welcome to episode 42 of the Grindhouse Podcast. I'm your host, Edwin Cabrera, a.k.a. Steady Eddie. Across the screen from me is my homeboy, Chris Martin, a.k.a. Critta.
What's up, guys? Just real quick before we get into today's episode, just remember to like, subscribe to our YouTube channel. It helps us out a lot. Let your friends know if you like what we do. Share it. Let's get into today's episode. So
we have a special guest on the podcast. He's released actually three projects I highly recommend you guys listen to. We actually just had him on a video shoot that we had over the weekend. So let's get into it. We got Nyeusi Loe in the house today.
Yeah.
What up, boy?
What's going on, man?
Yo,
you know what I'm saying?
Really happy to have you. Man, I've been bumping your shit a lot the past week.
Appreciate it.
I went back and listened because I listened to your most recent project, Nothing Ever Never Ends. But I hadn't really listened to the previous project, Questions. I'm not sure if that's called Questions or Question Marks. And,
it's question marks, yeah.
Question marks and Vibrant Nights. I just went back and listened to those this week, and man, like, I'm loving the groovy feels, bro. It sounds.
Hey, man,
awesome.
Appreciate it.
Yo, so real quick, I'm curious about this. I think this is the first thing when I got to know who you are and first started listening to your music. My first question was I didn't know how to appropriately pronounce your name.
Right, a lot of people don't. I'm not mad at that.
And so I just want to confirm it is Nyeusi Loe, right?
It's Nyeusi Loe.
Nyeusi Loe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
Nyeusi Loe. Yeah.
Where's that name come from?
All right, so the Nyeusi part is Swahili, like the language of Swahili that's like mainly in Kenya in Africa. It's basically what it means is black. So it's like black and like the blackest kind of language that I could think of. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to like keep it all grounded, all earthly, you know what I'm saying? Just bring it back to my roots at the end of the day. So it's Nyeusi, and the Loe is L-O-E. It stands for Live On Eternally.
Damn, bro.
Yep.
Damn, all right.
Sick name, but I'm that.
You know what I'm saying? I put some thought into that shit.
It like makes you think. I like it.
Exactly, yeah.
Appreciate it.
Love a name with a deeper meaning, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Exactly. Because I feel like you know what I'm saying, my music has like a deeper message, and I try to connect in a deeper way. So it brings it all full circle type shit. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Sure, man. I love the fact that it seems like you jump between almost like at the same time of like singing and rapping.
Mm-hmm.
Like did you ever sing before, like at a church choir or like anything before?
You know what's funny? When I was a lot younger, I was in the choir, but like I wasn't like singing like that. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And even now, like I don't really like sing. It's like I'm rapping with like just different melodies. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I literally just sit there and just think about like what's like the coolest way that I could say this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think the way what I love about the way you rap is very hypnotizing. It's so melodic. Like because you're singing and you're rapping at the same time as you're rapping. It just especially with what I want to get into later reasons, especially with his beats, it seems like it's a perfect formula for like just this like hypnotizing melodic like groove, you know?
Agreed. That I mean, Reasons has been my homie since 5th grade, so we've cultured that. You know what I'm saying? We've grown. We've been able to sauce it up over the years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Real quick, I actually want to say shout out to Wst Taylor for actually putting us on.
Shout out to Wst Taylor. That's my dog.
Yeah, he showed us your music, and we were like, "Holy shit! Like, who is this dude?"
Oh yeah.
And he showed us.
Isn't it? It's just crazy how somebody can come from an entire different state and then just put light on the city the way that he does. Like, dude's a blessing. That's that. Like,
for sure.
I've only known him for about 2 years, but like, it's always genuine vibes when I'm around West.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree more.
Definitely.
Shout out to Wes.
Shout out to Wst Taylor. Go bump Westwood Street. Go bump Gifted Underachiever. Go bump all his shit, man. Turn all the homies up. Turn Kaleo up. Turn all the homies up. The twins up. Turn everybody up. Facts.
Hell yeah.
That's all people that have been on the podcast. So we love all those people. So definitely.
And I don't know if you guys know who Corner Store Core is, but he's part of the Groove Gods. Y'all should tap into him too. He just dropped an album called World of My Own. Goes crazy. Produced by Reasons.
Word.
Check that out. Thank you for putting this on. That's what's been great. I think us getting to know, especially the artists from Lynn, it's largely been word of mouth. You know, like that's how you hear about people, because it's like we're you guys are all working towards putting each other on the map, which is dope. I love that sense of community, because I feel like that's what really works best. And so like the way I've been finding out about like you, but about like a lot of other people, is through somebody else, rather than like me stumbling across them somehow randomly through like a Spotify playlist or some shit like that.
It's always better that way too. Like it's like a job referral type shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh yo, I got this. Type shit. Yeah. For real.
I feel like this podcast definitely, we run on recommendations. Like we're always like, we'll talk to one person. They're like, oh, you gotta check out this person, and then we like their music. We want to rock with them. It's like, yeah, it's great.
You know what they say? It's not what you know, it's who you know, right?
Exactly.
So, in terms of who you know, you mentioned that you and Reason, you guys go back to the 5th grade.
Yeah, Reasons is actually here. Show your face, bro.
What's going on, man?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Shouts out to y'all, man. Much love to Grindhouse, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Keep doing good work, man, for the city.
Of course.
Much love.
Work. I've been appreciating your work the last few days. Love that shit.
I appreciate it, bro.
So did you guys start as friends? When did you guys start making music?
I met him in 5th grade because we had we was like, the way that our school was, it was kind of like they cut us into like different groups, and like our groups would be named as colleges. So me and him was in the same group, and we had like all the same classes and shit. We just linked and we just clicked together. But he was making music with an artist known now as Mickey Spades, who you should also check out because he's pretty fire. And he went to school with us too. So they were making music, and then one day I just pulled up and I just hopped on the track. It was trash though, but I hopped on there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
hey man, you're gonna start somewhere. So
facts. Go ahead.
I would like to say that I was a rapper, so at this time, me and Mickey Spades were.
He is a rapper. Don't let him play you.
So at the time, me and Mickey Spades was definitely rapping. Me and him were into poetry a lot back in middle school and all of that stuff. So kind of bringing Nyeusi into the picture was more so like, I always saw him as a fresh kid. He always had the fresh kicks, and I was always.
We was always fly. Even in 5th grade, we was fly as shit.
I always copped the new shoes, so I always wanted to be friends with people who I saw like that a little bit of me in them, and that's honestly, that moment, us being in the little closet. Bedroom music moments is what brought us. Just to grow, and eventually I said, man, fuck it, I want to produce myself, because I wanted to make beats for myself, so I could rap on them. But eventually, producing took a life of its own, and I saw myself kind of being like that missing puzzle piece that, like,
that I needed, actually, because at first he was making beats and I wasn't rapping on them. Yeah. And then one day I put out this project called Melanin Sky, and it was just all YouTube beats. And he was like, bro, I'm about to just start making beats for you. And then that's how it went from there.
Damn. And you know what? It's perfect, because I think, like I said earlier, the beats and just the groove of the beats mixed with like your melodies really kind of just like, when it comes together, it's like it's hypnotic. It's really good. And I'm wondering, in terms of like maybe how you developed your rap style, did his beats have anything to do with that? Were you just trying to kind of ride?
Definitely. I'm gonna be honest. I haven't rapped on another person's beat in probably like a year and a half, 2 years. That's a lie. I rapped on Grim Dose's beat. But you rapped on 23. Yeah, but like those are just all people that like I know. You know what I mean? So like I haven't like ventured out in a minute, and honestly, we sit there and some of the beats that he makes, I don't rap on, and we talk about it. It's just like, it's really about the feeling. Like I gotta feel it. Like if I feel it, I'll write something to it in like 10 minutes off bat. Like you know what I'm saying? It'll just flow that way, and I don't really think about what I'm saying. It just comes off that way. That's the feeling that I get when I listen to the beat. You know what I'm saying? And he's right next to me, so he's just sitting there cooking it up. We're talking about it. I'm saying like, oh, you should add these hi-hats. You should add these drums, this melody. You know what I'm saying? I'm there while he's cutting up the samples. So it's just like, it's super organic in that way.
When you guys work together and collaborate, like how do you go about choosing a beat? Like,
honestly, he just makes them. We just sit there, he makes it, and if I catch the vibe, I catch the vibe. If I don't, I don't.
It's almost like a hit and miss, you know, like pitching, you know, sometimes. But I honestly feel like not every beat is meant for every, you know, a specific artist. So I find, you know, the good, the positive. Let me show my face. I find the positive, and you know, him also not rapping in some beats, so that people like Wst Taylor, people like Corner Store Core, people like Twin, people like Mickey Spade, can you know what I mean, have a platform too, and can also get a piece of what I'm providing, because I really want to kind of cultivate a sound for the city, not just.
And I got to shout out to you, because like I really do feel like you hit the mark on the head with that. Like you have a very unique sound that I feel like I can only associate with you in the city. And that's what I love about listening to something that the Twins produce. That's what I love about listening to something that you produce. Like you guys have your own unique sound, but it's both are fucking bangers in their own sense, you know? And you just
thank you so much, man, because I that tells me right there that I feel like you're really listening. And you know, it's definitely not trying to be different. Like I want to specify that. I just, you know, it's like really crafting a sound for Lynn. I felt like for a long time, me coming up in Lynn, I saw trying to be a rapper and all that stuff that, you know, people in Lynn didn't necessarily have an identity. So I want to create an identity, or at least be a part of the mission in that.
That's a big thing too. Yo, matter of fact, just switch around so you can sit right here, and then, you know what I'm saying, they'll be able to see you. Switch the table. But nah, yeah, that's a big thing. Like, you know what I'm saying, just being authentic and just being true to ourselves, even down to the lyrics and the things that I talk about. You know what I'm saying, just being able to like feel it, like when you listen to it, like it's like an actual feeling that it conveys in your body. You know what I'm saying? It's not. I don't feel like it's just music. I don't feel like you just listen to it, you're like, oh, that's cool. But some people do. But the people that actually do listen and feel the music understand. You know what I mean? Because it's so authentic. It's so raw, because we like literally sit there and create it.
I'm curious, in terms of like the rest of the squad, who comprises Groove Gods?
It's me, Ricky, Corey, and my boy Shizzy over here. Show your face, bro.
What does each person do in the group?
And Andre. So I'm a rapper. Corner Store Corey is a rapper. Ricky's the producer. My boy Shizzy over here, he does rapping and like promotion. And then Andre is like promotion and just getting our name out there and like type shit.
Word, so you got your own little team together. That's dope.
Yeah. And he's low key a cameraman as well. So if anybody needs pictures, hit up Andre.
Yeah. Word, shout out to Andre. Shout out to Dre. How did you guys form?
That's a good question. How did we form?
Honestly, I feel like, you know, it definitely was me. Yeah. I'm kind of just like kind
of like the glue, to be honest, because like he kind of like, it's true, he kind of like brought everybody together, because he knew Andre for a long time. He's the reason why I went to Mickey Spade's house in the first place. Like, you know what I mean? It's true. And like and all of us actually went to school together except for Corey. Corey came into the mix because when I went to English for like 6 months, and I became good friends with Corey, Corner Store Corey is what I'm talking about. And I was just dropping music. He was dropping music. We liked each other's sound. And one day we was just like, bro, we should just make a track. And that track is called Moet. It's actually out. We got a video to it. It's actually pretty. It's still hard to this day. So go check that out. Corner Store Corner, Nyeusi Loe, Moet.
Oh yeah.
For real.
So reasons. I actually heard something about you that you like. You love like making beats so much that like you'll be in the car making beats. How
Yeah,
true is
so
that?
Yeah, that's where we make all our music.
Yeah,
When we create it,
Just
it's in the
driving
car.
around and making
Oh, that's
beats.
crazy.
yeah, so I don't have a stable studio as of now, because you know what I
Yeah.
mean, I'm getting out the mud as I can. But
What do
yeah,
you use to make beats? Or do you use like an analog system?
I
or...
use my laptop, SP404.
Oh, okay. Word.
Hmm So sometimes I don't have the SP404, so I just most of my beats as of late, like the ones on Nyeusi's project, have been strictly laptop. Just Ableton, Ableton Works, Omnisphere.
Secret sauce, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I
I don't.
like.
I'm sorry. I don't have the space for a keyboard, like in the car, so I have to like manually work with the actual keyboard. Like we just do
On the laptop,
Yeah, we do what we can. We do what we can.
I like the idea of just like driving around and making beats. That's like got to give you like
Yeah.
inspiration as you see shit. You're kind of just catching a groove.
Yeah.
You know?
honestly, yeah.
Yeah. It
That's
does get tiring after a while, like
Gets
sitting
cramped,
and
I'm sure.
yeah, exactly. But
But also some stuff we made right here in my room.
yeah,
A couple of tracks we just made just here. Cool.
Abyss, for example.
Oh, Abyss, we did make it here.
Abyss is crazy. That's one of my favorite.
I love that song.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you.
I'm glad you shot a video for that, because
Yeah.
that song goes off.
Yeah, that song's gritty as shit.
Can you sort of like paint the picture of like, because I love that song, like what went into making that song?
I'd start with the beat.
Yeah, so I found a sample, and I knew that this sample was dark. I love dark samples. I love when I'm about to do like one of those beats. I could just tell by the sample, and off of that sound, I already kind of knew that we were heading down a dark path. Maybe he was about to try to do something different, and I whipped up the beat in about like 5 to 10 minutes, and he caught the vibe.
Yeah. I don't know. I just put 10 toes on the pavement. You know what I'm saying?
I love it.
And
Concrete as a speech.
And so what we do is we record the track on a memo on the iPhone, and then we bounce ideas off of that, and the finalized one, we take it to the studio.
Mm-hmm.
Dope.
Yeah.
Shout out to Master Productions too.
Yeah. What was in your head when you wrote Abyss?
I put 10 toes on the pavement, bro.
It's like super gritty. I love it.
You got to get up. You got to grind. You got to get to it, bro. But all your might, everything in you.
Yeah, man.
All 10 toes. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
Stay down. Just keep it grinding, bro. That's just how I felt at that time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, for us to be able to get out of here, that's the mindset we got to have. You know what I mean?
Can you get that later?
Nyeusi, can you talk about like the album art and how it coincides with Nothing Ever Ends as the title?
Yeah, that's a good story actually. So I'll just start with the album cover itself. It was made by a good friend of mine. His name is Marion Smith.
Shout out Marion, man.
Yeah, I met him in college actually. I didn't finish college. I dropped out after like the second year, but I met him. And ever since then, we just kept in contact. He always did like digital media and stuff like that. So I just hit him. Like he did another. I don't know if you guys heard about the Manifestation. That was the first project me and Ricky ever did together.
If you didn't hear about it, it's okay. All right. Don't need to.
It's an okay project. It's not that bad. It's like
need to go back.
It's like the starting. It's like the starting of the Groove Gods. It was the Groove Gods before we were the Groove Gods. You know what I mean?
It's actually an appropriate name, because it was the manifestation for what was to come.
Yeah.
And what is yet to come. We're definitely just.
So I say that to say this. He made the cover for that as well, and that was like our first like ground starting project. You know what I mean? So basically, the way that the album cover is, it's like a play on. I don't know. You ever seen Watchmen?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know about like Dr. Manhattan?
Yep.
Yeah, like he like walked into a hyperbolic chamber and like fucking yeah. So that is to play on like him, like on like I think it was like Mars or Europa or something, where he's creating his own planet.
Yep.
And he's just like, let's begin. Like that's just like the starting. Like this is like our first creation of many. You know what I mean? Like our first like real solid. Like Question Marks was cool and it's still fire, but it wasn't like a solid like, you know what I'm saying, body of work.
Yeah.
I would say, like even down to the cover, like before I didn't know what the cover was, so Ricky just took a picture or took a video. He actually screenshotted a picture of a video of me like just doing a bunch of shit, and then that was the cover for it. Like, and it's called Question Marks because I didn't know a name for it.
Yeah.
We just like it's like a playlist, low key. We just threw it together.
That's
Yeah.
I mean, I think that works as a project that you want to like kind of like introduce yourself. Like this is kind of what you can expect in terms of like. I think the sound still carries over. You definitely built a lot of what you started within Question Marks. I really like the record actually. I don't think that there's a song on there that I'm not grooving to. You know, it always feels good. You know, and you always sound good. So it's like at the very least, like I don't know creatively like how invested you were in that project, but at the very least, it sounds good on the rapping and on the production.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you. I stand with you in that sense. I thought the album is great, and you know, leading up to Nothing Ever Ends is definitely a lead up. It's definitely a lead up to Nothing Ever Ends because it's question marks. You know, you don't know what's to come, and then we found the answer, and the answer is that nothing ever ends.
Right.
You know, things just continuously keep going. The groove is going to continuously live on. So
and we came up with the name of Nothing Ever Ends from Watchmen as well.
Exactly.
Because there's a character called Ozymandias who's the villain, and he asks Dr. Manhattan, since he knows everything, how does it end? And Dr. Manhattan says nothing ever ends, and that just resonated with me a lot. You know what I mean?
Oh man.
It resonated with us a lot because we had a lot of talks and a lot of deep conversations based off that.
Off of Watchmen,
off of the TV show and the movie and the comic book, because it's really just a play on like superheroes. It's just like what superheroes would really be like if they were actually people.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
I gotta admit, I don't have as much of appreciation for the movie version. When I went to go see it in theaters, I saw it like around midnight, and I know the movie was 3 hours long. Right? I passed out like 45 minutes into the movie.
Nah, that movie is long as shit, bro.
I woke up still with an hour to go. I was like, yo, how long have I been sleeping for?
And you also like missed a big portion of it, so it's like now you got a whole hour left.
I woke up to like Dr. Manhattan's dick. I was like, bro, I don't want to see
Oh man.
Niggas was like, bro, you don't got clothes?
You know,
He's like, bro, where are your clothes? He's like, oh, do you want me to put on something? Like, yes, bro, put on some fucking
Could you please?
Come on, be decent. But yeah, man, I don't I have to really kind of go back to it. I really like with the series the miniseries this one.
Yes. The miniseries was great.
That's honestly what we build off of.
Yeah, we really did build off of the miniseries, but like it's also connected to the movie and the comic, so you gotta, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly, because we ate a lot from the comic. You know, watching the series made me want to go back and read the comic and really understand what was happening with the episodes. You know, niggas get nerdy over here, and we just like to really understand shit and get deep. And so we were doing that, and while going back through the comic and just reading through it, we found certain scenes that were reflecting on the show, and we decided to eat off of that. And some of it reflects on the cover, you know, the title and some of the songs and the topics that are in the album. So
that's very interesting. I wonder, especially with you now, you see, like in terms of like when you're listening to a beat and you're trying to get into a mood, you know, you're trying to write something like what's that process usually like for you?
Weed. It's a big
lubricant. That's
it's the catalyst.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Smoke hella blunts. And just get in that mood, you know what I'm saying? Ricky will play the beat. Like once it touches me, it's like I go somewhere else. You know what I mean? Like I'm not even on this earth anymore. I just go somewhere else and I just figure out what I want to say and how I want to say it. And
that's so
funny. I know it's over.
Yeah, that's funny because I feel like that's what the music kind of sounds like. It just sounds like you're into another world. You know? Yeah. It's a very tasty vibe.
It's low key like a trip.
Yeah. And oh, for real. Is that something that you tried? Have you tried it?
Honestly, it is because a lot of the times in my music, I like to like equate my music to like drug dealing, to like actual dope. You know what I mean? Like I'll say like I'm dope or I'm so dope or my shit like crack or like I'll say something like that. You know what I'm saying? just to convey that kind of message, because that's how I feel. I feel it's that potent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like once you really indulge with it, you can like lay back, like lean out, whatever. You know what I mean? Like facts.
Yeah, I feel like I would say your music's like shrooms, in my opinion. Like it
gives
like,
you a high, and that's what I want.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because in life, shit gets crazy. Sometimes you just need that high without actually getting high.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, for sure.
Because I don't condone getting high unless you're smoking weed.
Yeah. No, that shit definitely sounds like it's from another planet. Just listening, and just like the way you who mixes and masters your music? I'm curious.
Master Productions, like I said, shout out to John.
Word.
That's that guy. He's a wizard.
Yeah, no,
it sounds great.
Yeah. It sounds like when you're in the pocket, it just sounds, it really kind of just goes right through you. It sounds amazing. But shout out to them, man. Got a good production team all around. It's when did you because as far back as I can see in terms of what I'm looking at on Spotify, it seems like you go back to 2018 when you put out your first project.
Was that question marks?
Yeah, no, question mark came out in 99.
Yeah, 2019. That was definitely
2019.
Okay. So 2018 was the manifestation, and then I think in 2017 I put out Melanin Skies.
Word.
Yep.
And like honestly, I have so many projects out, bro. But I wouldn't suggest anybody to go look those up because they're trash.
Well, and that's the question. That was the question I was actually leading to. Is like, what took you, like what was the point where you felt like now it's time to really release myself as an artist and put these records out? Like, how long did it take, and what got you to that point when you felt like it's time for people to like know who I am?
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna give a lot of credit to this guy right here, because if it was, because I be holding the music, bro. I be holding it. Like it's my baby or something. And he'd be like, bro, you gotta drop that. Like you gotta drop that. You gotta drop that. You gotta drop that. You gotta drop that.
Music is for the people, man. People need the music. You can't. I feel like you just can't overthink yourself as an artist. You can't. You're not gonna have everything planned. You can have a plan, but you can't plan everything. So you just gotta be able to roll with the flow and take criticism when it comes, and build yourself as an artist like that. You know, like not everything you do is gonna be great, and not everything that you do is gonna be noticed. You just gotta be able to roll with the punches and take what is given to you. Be grateful for what is given to you.
And like when I was in the studio with him and Mickey Spades, and we used to do that, we was like 15, 16, you know what I'm saying? So like I've had time to like actually grow and like find my way with this music. You know what I'm saying? And I've also been trying to be a lot more vulnerable with my music. So that also gives like attributes to that as well. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to like
tap in, man.
Tap in, zone. Branch out. Like I'm really like I feel like I can do anything like with music. Like I feel like I can rap on anything. Like if I really feel like I can do it, you know what I'm saying? So it's just with the confidence, with the being vulnerable, with having people by my side to, you know what I'm saying, that have the same thought process as me and see the same goal and vision. You know what I'm saying? It makes for a winning cocktail.
Yeah.
Obviously, like we know that you hang out with Wst and Kaleo. You were on Kaleo's song "Hours."
Yes.
How did you guys all link up?
Wow. I would say Twin. Smedge, the Mayos, they're a big part of this whole movement we got too. They're low key like the heart of it, like because Twin has just this way of getting everybody together. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's how I met Kaleo. Well, I knew Kaleo. I know Kaleo for a long time.
We've known Kaleo for years.
I've known Kaleo for a long time.
Small.
Yeah, but like we just did. We like weren't like cool like that. You know what I'm saying? Until like I got around Twin, and then we just blended that way. And I met Wst through Twin. He came out here. I feel like I either met him at Twin's house or through a show, and me and Wst just clicked like instantly. We've been rocking since then, you know.
Dope.
What I love
I always found it like super interesting because you guys have like very
Totally different sounds.
Yeah.
Totally
like,
different sounds.
When you guys are all on a track, it's still dope. Like it's
Yeah,
still
blends. Like ours is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And in terms of that, in terms of like the sounds that inspire you and just like the sounds that that you guys put out, and just and how different that is from some that West puts out or some that Kaleo puts out. Like I imagine maybe like the influences are probably different. I'm curious, what are your musical influences, both of you musical influences?
MF Doom, huge.
Nice.
That's one of my favorite rappers.
We would fucking sit at this kid's crib and just dive into like all of his shit.
Yeah, man. MF Doom. I would say for him, definitely Larry June.
Larry June. Shout out to Larry June.
He's definitely
I need a track with Larry June. I bump his shit all the time. It's the grooviest man on the planet. No cap. Rock Marciano. Wordplay crazy. I think that's where, I can come up with a lot of my wordplay just listening to his stuff. Who else? The Cool Kids. Like this shit that we're doing right here is low key like the Cool Kids shit because we was mad young listening to this shit. Like, yo, we gotta do shit like this, bro.
That is true.
And it's like low key, like we're kind of doing it
about it like that.
Like, you know what I mean? It's pretty cool to think about it.
Who's Chuck English?
You're definitely Chuck English because you make the beats and shit.
I'll take that. So, I don't want to leave out knowledge, man. Knowledge,
yeah.
Knowledge, the producer is just one of my biggest inspirations. I don't sound anything like him now, but coming up, if you look me up on SoundCloud Reasons, RSNZ, then and you like go down to my old stuff, you would see, the influence and kind of what got me here, production wise, like sonically. I don't feel like I sound like anything or anyone when I make a beat, but I do appreciate like their sounds, like when I sit and I listen to a Knowledge beat, it just takes me to a different world. I feel like he taps into a different kind of energy. And so I try to implement that in my music, It doesn't sound anything the same, but it's my interpretation, so.
There's a whole lot more, like Lil Wayne. We all grew up on Lil Wayne, right?
Of course, man. Lil Wayne. Like, I mean, there's a lot of people, that we
there's a whole lot more.
There's a lot of people we took a lot of influence from. I mean, even locally, and honestly, shout out Grim Dozer, my boy Grim Dozer, who from New Jersey, producer. Me and him just met when we were younger, never in the physical, but through SoundCloud, and we were able to cultivate a sound. And honestly, without him, I wouldn't have ever been the producer that
he's produced for a lot of big names too.
Yeah, man. Shout out Grim Dozer, man.
Shout out Grim Dozer. I love it.
Now you see, so you recently came out with the music video for Abyss. Do you have any other music videos planned for that project?
Yes, I want to shoot a music video for Vapors, but shit, it's been weird trying to do it, just to be honest. Just with scheduling and stuff like that. Yeah. So that's regular stuff, but I definitely want to shoot a video for that, but y'all should be on the lookout, man. We're coming strong. We got some shit.
Yeah, because music video wise, Vapors and
and Fruit as well. Fruit as well. I definitely need to shoot a video for Fruit.
And Fruit will be coming up hopefully towards the end of the year. We should have two videos to drop, but we have so much music that has not dropped. That is just so much. Like I don't want to say better.
I wouldn't say it's better, but it's definitely evolved.
It's definitely better. It's better to us because it's newer and it's but music. It's all about music aging.
I'm really excited for y'all to hear this new stuff.
Yeah, man. The newer stuff.
We got a lot of stuff too, so it's not like what I mean.
What can we expect? What can we expect from it?
I was just thinking, like, should we tell him or should? No, I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah, you should.
Right. We get an exclusive.
I'm gonna drop 2 projects.
All right.
I don't know exactly when, but I'm trying to do them before the end of the year. If not, I'm gonna drop one before the end of the year and the second one when the year starts. Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, the first project is going to be a bunch of features. I know you guys haven't really heard me on features like that. So I'm trying to branch out, you know what I mean? It's going to be a bunch of features. A lot of people from the city. West is on it. Kaleo's gonna be on it. I'm cooking up
Shiz.
something for him. My boy Shiz is on it. Fucking, I don't know if you guys know who Mac Dolo is.
Yep. Shout out to Mac.
Mac Dolo. You know, I'm trying to get a couple more people on it. But yeah, that's gonna be cool. So look out for that. And then we already got another project in the works as well.
Listen, man, the project dropping next year, man. Listen. It's called The Dark Side of the Moon. Let's just say that. Let's just say that.
More space vibes. All right.
Let's just say nah. But listen. I'm really just excited. Like, I feel like he has stepped up, artistically and vocally. So I'm excited for you guys to just be able to see a Lynn artist kind of step in that world, that zone, like vocally. You know, I feel like shouts out to Corner Store Core, man. Like he's also one of the artists who I just feel like vocally, there's a lot of people who just aren't doing the same thing. And I
could say he's an artist who I draw inspiration from as well, because we battled it out in the studio. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, Tyler love it too, man. Tyler love it too, because he's also in the same, like, you know, just vocally, man. I'm excited for that. But production, let me just say that, man. Production on Dark Side of the Moon, man. Out of here. I just want to say that, man.
It really is. It really is. It really is.
Just off the title alone, I'm super excited. I can't wait to hear it, man.
Yeah. So since he told you the name of the second one, I might as well just tell you the name of the first one. It's gonna be called Art Basil's in the Track. The compilation with like a bunch of people.
Yeah, it's gonna be lit.
Word, man. We're getting exclusives here, man. I love it.
I love it.
Appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all for real for taking the time out to fuck with the gods.
Anytime, man.
Absolutely, man. I mean, that's the beautiful thing. I mean, I feel like we're really kind of living in the renaissance right now of Lynn hip hop, you know. Right. And I'm just like a part of the culture in some way, you know.
Yeah. But wait, I definitely got to give a shout out to Chew on the beats, T-Bone, and Tony.
Words.
Yeah. Let me not forget them, because they be going hard.
No, man,
let me not forget St. Nack. Let me not forget Al Divino. They be going hard. A lot of the young niggas out here too in the city, hard. Like, honestly, I fuck with a lot of the shit that's coming out. I fuck with anybody, honestly, from the city. If you're going hard, man, you know what I'm saying? I fuck with you.
What's that been like? Just coming up through Lynn, like what's the scene been like? You know, now up until like when you at the earliest stages of when you were around.
At the earliest stages, I mean, it was really just C Wells. C Wells been going hard for a long time. It was just him. Like nobody else was really rapping.
Nah, man, there's a lot of people that have been out here doing their thing for a while. Like,
oh, you know what? I'm talking about. Let me stop capping. You're right. Yeah. Stack Dough's been out here for Game Peso. Game Peso was going crazy for a while. Yeah. St. Nack. Yeah.
Been out here. Just
Game Peso was going crazy for a while. Shout out Game Peso. Shout out Ace Skrilla.
But I would say that now there's a lot of artists that are stepping out of their comfort zone. And there's a lot more people in the scene. And not just that, but there's a lot more people in the scene that are willing to collaborate. That's the difference. Like back in the day, there was like, oh, this guy rap song and this guy rap song. Who do you fuck with? Oh, are you this guy's friend? Are you this guy's friend? It's too much. It's too cliquey. And now I just feel like it's like, man, let's just link. Let's work. Let's make something special. Like there's something bigger to this than just, you know, Lynn rap music scene. Like we could really do something bigger. So I feel like that is the difference that has changed.
But I feel like now it's like it's so present. It's so present now because we got a lot of people from the city that are just going hard, bro. Like I feel like every other day I see somebody with a video or somebody with a project or somebody with a song, and I love it because it's just more light on the city. To be honest with you, you know what I mean? Like
that's what I keep saying. Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like a lot of people keep albums tucked away. Like you have albums like queued up, like you already have like them planned. You know,
I got the pistol cocked.
Yeah, and like everybody's like planning their shit out, and you know they're just dropping everything, you know, and it's dope.
Doesn't it disappoint you a little bit that you released so far 3 projects? You have another 2 projects coming out, and in terms of like performing these projects live to a crowd of people, that's not really.
Bro, it gets to me every day, bro. I just want to fucking
Just want to
We
get through this
was
shit.
talking about that the other day. Like, oh man, I just want to rock a crowd, man.
Yeah.
I feel like your music especially is the type of music that'll rock a crowd. Like nobody's
Yeah.
just bobbing their heads. Like you're gonna be moving around to your kind of music.
Like this one, we was talking about. Like, imagine Abyss, just like,
Yeah.
we would
Exactly.
go
That would go
so
off.
stupid to that. Everybody will go stupid to that.
Yeah, we should just talk about that for a little bit. No, there's a lot of artists even in the major labels that are being affected by not being able to do concerts, and just that makes life as an artist really difficult because
I feel like that's where you get a lot of your bag too. It's just touring and getting to touch the people. You know what I mean?
Like for us, you can't depend on YouTube. You can't depend on the Instagram post, or you can't depend on people to click on the link. Like, let's be honest. Like, you know, people get tired of it. People see a link and they want to scroll right by. Like, we all do it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just human nature stuff. Like, you see things so much, you're just like, So you need to be able to feel it in person. You need to be able to really feel somebody's energy and genuinity. Like, you need to just be there in person. And that's not going to happen for a long time. You know?
Yeah. It's tough. Like I feel like a lot of people, they're trying the virtual thing, but I feel then on the other hand, a lot of artists don't want to do that because they like to feed off the energy of the crowd.
Right.
So yeah, it's tough.
Yeah.
Is there are you hoping at all in 2021 to do any sort of live shows if possible?
As soon as the live shows open up, I'm trying to do them.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I've talked to some guy, some Boston promoter that definitely wants to at least talk to us if he ever gets a chance to, you know, have a live show in Boston again in the time coming. So hopefully
maybe like next summer we can like, you know, get out there.
Yeah. And it's really about just looking for opportunities, man. Like, we want to be able to just stay open-minded and just be able to connect with everybody, be able to just have people actually know who we are, because, you know, a lot of people can just sit back and say, oh, well, you know, I make all this great music, and people just don't click on the link. People just don't. But sometimes you just have to step out of the zone, step out of your comfort. Just go out there and, you know, meet people, feel them. So that's for sure what we're looking forward to do. 2021, for sure. For sure.
Dope.
Good. Any last questions you got?
I think I covered everything.
All right,
I appreciate you guys, man.
Yo, thank you so much.
Appreciate you guys.
I'm really glad that we got to hear from you.
Yeah, I mean,
glad we got
anytime you guys want to hop on here and promote an album, let us know.
Absolutely.
Sure.
Hey, man, thank you so much. Thank you, Grindhouse Recordings. Shouts out, man. Peace.
Thank you, man. All right, y'all.
Those are the gods.
Peace, guys.
Peace.